Thank you so much, Raffie Diab. In the Gambia, during the impasse, December 2016, the former president denied or rejected the results after conceding defeat. Then there was this movement called Gambia has decided. Talk to us about it. What inspired that revolution?
Thanks for having me for the interview. Well, I wouldn't call it a revolution. I would call it a movement because what inspired the movement was when Yahya Jammeh came on TV and accepted the results, and then the following week he came back and said that he's not going to accept them. A lot of Gambians were angry and disoriented and pissed off, and we all went out. Most of us went on social media complaining. So we got together, led by Salieu Taal. He called us, all of us, and asked, "What do we think that we should do?" So I'm like, "Really, to be honest, we don't know. I don't know what to do right now, but whatever guys want to decide to do, I'm part of it." So we came together and then we strategized, we brainstormed on how to approach this, issue. And all of us wanted to restore democracy because we felt that at that time democracy was taken away from us because we voted to have the president in power. He won, and then Yahya Jammeh came and took it away from us. So we wanted to restore democracy. And that was how the movement came about. And our objective was to make sure that during the inauguration day, we all wear our T-shirts and go and inaugurate President Barrow as the government president. So this was what motivated all of us to jump on the bandwagon and launch the movement.
9 years on, what reflection do you have to give to our audience about this movement, as we call it? So many things have changed. What do you have to share with us about this momentous occasion, 9 years on?
Well, I'm really happy and glad that we did it because it ushered in democracy. Because no matter what you can say about the present current day situation that we face, you cannot dispute the fact that we don't have democracy because all our democratic institutions are functioning very well. We are seeing opposition, leading councils. We are seeing, elections being done in a free and fair manner. And we also saw all the terrible things that happened during the Jammeh regime, TRRC, all the atrocities, NIA going around, locking people up and stuff like that. We don't see that anymore. People are very free now in Gambia. People can express their views without worrying of NIA coming to pick you up. So I think that's a great achievement. Even though we have our shortcomings, in other areas like corruption, for example, I think the government needs to be very serious in tackling corruption. But apart from that, I think we live in a much better society right now compared to the 22 years of tyranny.
Were you expecting that Yahya Jammeh hangover will still be in the minds of Gambians, like him threatening a political comeback and the system of back and forth between him and the government when you launched the Gambia Have Decided movement?
Well, to be honest, we really didn't think it will come to that level. But knowing also Jammeh's nature, we know he's going to fight because we know that what he's facing right now in Equatorial Guinea is not easy for him. A man that used to have all that power in Gambia for 22 years, and all of a sudden you're just an ordinary boy in someone else's country, depending on stipends from the president of that country giving you monthly allowances. So it's very humiliating for him. So I'm sure he will try and do whatever it takes for him to come back. But we are a bit disappointed in the way that the TRRC process has been handled. I think it should have been quicker, and I believe if there was a political will, things would have gone much faster. But yet still, I'm still happy that, Yahya Jammeh is not allowed to come back. Well, he's allowed to come back, but still happy that the government has issued a statement saying when he comes back, they're going to prosecute him. So, yeah, a bit disappointed, but yet still glad that he's not here as well.
In the impasse, what was uppermost in your mind or the minds of your loved ones or friends about the impending war, economic, Yahya Jammeh, the fear that he could use the military to strike back or hit back at economic soldiers and people who are fleeing the country? It was unprecedented in the history of the Gambia. What was in your mind or the minds of your loved ones or friends whom you know?
To be honest, for me, I think maybe due to our peaceful nature, I never had it in mind that it will go to that part, it will go to that level where we will have like an all-out war. Because I know that the army were not loyal to Jammeh. Jammeh only had a small group of people that were loyal to him within the army. And those were the ones based in Kanilai and also in State House. But we have seen how people in Fajara Barracks and Yundum and the rest of the army, they were not loyal to him. The army at that time, they were loyal to the constitution and they wanted to follow what the constitution dictated, which was that election happened and Barrow won. And they knew that when the time comes and passes, Jammeh needs to go and Barrow is ushered in as the president. And I know also that he is a coward. And if the full force of ECOWAS comes in, he's not going to dare and fight. Jammeh is a huge coward. People who are very close to him will tell you that he's a big coward, and he contradicts himself all the time. What he shows in public and what he really is two different things. So yes, I felt sorry for the Gambians who were fleeing to Senegal, which we even did something for them when we were there, trying to help them move back. We did a lot of things when we were in Senegal during the when we had to go in exile to Senegal. But yeah, I never really think that it will go that way.
What are the lessons that we tend to draw from this impasse? The fact that you launch this movement, the Gambia have decided it has now vanished into oblivion, so to speak. But what lessons do you think Gambians should draw from this, especially the generations yet unborn?
Well, the movement was not something created to last forever. It was created to last for a specific period. Like I said, at that time, we felt that democracy was taken away from us, and the movement was created to restore democracy. And that was why, after the event, we just faded away and went back to our daily lives. But I think what that movement, the legacy that it leaves behind, and what people can learn from it, and the future generations can learn from it, is that when governments are united with one voice, they can achieve a lot. And that shows because at that moment, I think the whole Gambia, for the first time in the history of the country, this was a movement that united the whole country. Everyone from children to people, in every corner of the Gambia, diaspora from all over the world, the Gambian diaspora from all over the world, they all rallied behind this one voice and one message that Gambia should do, to show Jammeh that we fed up. So yeah, I think that's the biggest legacy that we left behind. That shows that we can do it as Gambians. If we come together as one, we can achieve anything. Because that movement was able to uproot a tyrant who was here for 22 years.
Can you tell us by estimate how many T-shirts did you print at that time?
Well, the amount of t-shirts printed, we as a movement, we printed, I think, more than 10,000. I forgot the numbers because this years back. But you see, what happened was the t-shirts, we had, one of our aims and objectives was to have at least 10,000 people to wear the t-shirts, and on inauguration day, we march together with President Barrow and go and, swear him in as a president. So towards the end, we were very happy that others were also printing the t-shirts, some were selling it, making money from it, because this was a movement that we wanted the whole Gambians to own. This was not something that we wanted to own. We wanted the whole Gambians to own. So we became very happy that others started selling t-shirts and making money from it, because our aim and objective was for the whole country to have this t-shirt, wearing it, and we were giving it out for free. So if other people were doing it and selling, that's also helping our cause. So towards the end, things was getting very tight, because in the beginning we were giving it away for free, but towards the end things was getting tight with cash, and we started selling them for $100, just the cost of what we bought the t-shirts for. So in the end, I think we printed. I couldn't remember, but I think we did 20,000. And then when you put into consideration with the orders as well that we're printing and selling, That brought the figure that brought the amount to be a lot. But us as a movement, we were not. Initially, we started giving them out for free, and then towards the end, the donors were things were not easy at that time. But we devised a strategy where we sell them for $100. And once you get the $100, that time I remember they used to sell t-shirts for $80. So we used to sell them for. We used to go and buy $80, and we give the printer $20 for the printer to print it for us. So yeah, things that was how we did it.